What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's been a little minute, but we're back. Welcome to Open Field. I got my main man, my co-host, not sick this week, so he's
Yep,
good to go, people. Scotty, how you
feeling
doing?
good. I'm feeling pretty good.
I was doing too bad. Let's get that volume down. All right, well, we are
Well,
back. It's been almost a couple weeks since we had a show, so we had to come back here and get this one in. So most definitely excited. We got some stuff to talk about today. We're going to talk about a little bit of race swapping, a little bit with characters. We're going to talk some video game movies, and we're going to talk about what happens when somebody doesn't get their biscuits. So let's talk about this last week, but that show, so we're going to cover that today. But while you're here, I want everybody to like, subscribe, comment, hit that bell so you know when we go live. We're dropping shorts every day, so those are coming out. We haven't stopped with those, and obviously we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. Well, I'm on Twitter, and I'll let us know when we go live. So all that, all that going. Scotty, how you been for this past week? You feeling good? You strong? Ready to go for this episode?
I'm feeling good. It's a lot of flooding over here in California, so I've been working a lot more. How's everything over there?
Nah, it's not too bad. Surviving and thriving. Just saying, I got the new camera, the new setup. So
Yeah, it was pretty good.
yeah, so we trying to level up. But let's go ahead and get into this because I know we both had a long day. So first thing I want to talk about, Scotty, is sometimes, man, you get to the drive-through, you place your order, right? And I know this happened a couple weeks ago, but we had a story where a lady, she placed her order at Popeyes, and we all went to Popeyes. We know how good it is. All right, that's some good chicken. I mean, I haven't had it in a while, but it's some quality stuff. But they got her order wrong, and when they did that, she took matters into her own hands. So I'm gonna ask you, what did she do because she got her order wrong? I'm just throw it out there.
Seeing as this happens quite a bit, I think she at least trashed the place, at least. Or that's the first option. Number two, called the police because the order was wrong.
Ooh, that's a good one. That one happens a lot.
Yeah, that's a heavy one. Or three, no, it's probably. I don't want to say she tried to fight somebody because you can't be one customer trying to fight the whole back of the employee line. They waiting for that.
Especially not at Popeyes. That's not the place.
so it's the first one. I think she trashed the place or she called the police.
All right. Well, I got a news story for you, and they'll have the answer for us. There you go. Full screen that.
A local woman is arrested and accused of driving her car into a restaurant. Belinda Miller was arrested today for ramming her SUV through the wall of Popeyes on Walton Way. Investigators say the 50-year-old continued driving her vehicle through the doors of the building and did not stop until debris blocked her from moving further. No one was
Well, there you go. So you can hear that this lady apparently drove her SUV to Popeye. So
she was tired of car payments, man. That's all. She was tired of car payments. Come on.
Like I've seen some bad. Okay, so this is a trend of people acting crazy at restaurants. Like I've seen it all. I've seen actually the craziest one I saw was a fan, like a dad and his son. This is a classic story. They went through a drive-through and they didn't get their order and went home and realized it was wrong. They didn't get enough chicken, so they went back with AK-47s. Because you ever seen that story?
I think you showed it to me. That was years ago, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you showed me that. I was like, yo, what?
So that is the worst I've seen. But driving your car because she didn't get her biscuits. Now we know those biscuits. I thought like throw a little honey on mine, they'd be good. But I ain't driving my car into there. That's a little crazy. So, news story is Georgia woman. Actually, here I'll share it so y'all can see it with me. There we go. Oops, there we go. Okay, there we go. So, Georgia woman crashes into Popeyes after order was missing biscuits, police say. Authorities accuse a woman of crashing her vehicle in a fast food restaurant when her order did not include biscuits, authorities said. Belinda H. Miller, who's 50 years old, of Augusta, Georgia, was arrested Wednesday and charged with a felony of aggravated assault and criminal damage to property in the first degree, according to the Richmond County Sheriff's Office online booking records.
50 years old. That screams mental illness right there.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, next time they better get that order right.
Good thing nobody was hurt, but she did him a service because everybody that's like me just fell to the floor. Like, oh no, I can't. Oh, yeah. I gotta go home early. Can't make it.
Bro, it was the crazy part was they didn't say she just drove into the restaurant. They said she drove in and debris stopped her from driving further. And that's when she stopped. Like she was about to run the whole kitchen over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. So all over some biscuits, man. But I know that happened a little while ago. I had to get out of the way because I'll be waiting. If y'all ever see a news story that's crazy, please send it over because I have a whole list of log that I keep because they are just that funny. Mm-hmm. So, and I'll look out for them every week. But yeah, man. So enough with the silliness. Let's get to some more of the serious topics in this non-serious show. Mm-hmm. So Scotty, I want to talk to you about something we've been talking for about a week, or actually probably longer, probably like 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And I know you have an interesting take on it. But lately with movies, we have been seeing a lot. I guess this is sort of a trendy thing now of race swapping characters. Mm-hmm. And as you've seen with our thumbnail up here, there we go. We have Tinkerbell in the middle, who is she's now black. So they switched that from the normal Tinkerbell that we see, who's white with blonde hair, yada yada yada, all that. So we've been having a trend because we had Ariel before, who was white in the cartoon, or I guess white passing. Now she's black, and also was it Ninja Turtles? April O'Neil. That's it. April O'Neil, who we just saw in the trailer review, which was an awesome trailer, by the way. Check it out if you haven't seen it, for Ninja Turtles. But yeah, so my question is, and I don't really have an opinion. I just want to kind of talk about it.
Oh, Mr. Always got an opinion. Ain't got
I have thoughts, but not really an opinion because it's not something that bothers me, but it's also something that it's like, why, I guess. It's kind of like questionable, but I want to get your opinion on it because I know you've had.
Well, first of all, before we start, I don't have an opinion. I have facts.
Here we go.
If you want an opinion, I ain't got that for you, player. I got facts. Is that what you want? You got that.
Please share your facts of what do you think about race swap, because I know you've had interesting thoughts about it. So, let you go.
Well, I'm a big comic book geek, so when they first started race swapping, I don't even like the term race swapping, but they first started hiring actors that were people of color in roles that were traditionally white. Of these characters that came out in the 30s, 40s, and 50s that were all white, because they weren't making black characters back then because they were in fear that people wouldn't buy them because of the 30s, 40s, and 50s. All it took was me to say that sentence I just had to stop caring. And also, clearly, they changed everything in the movies. Now, if you have a book, an established book, an established excuse my lisp, I have the teeth thing in. But if you have an established book, an established comic book, an established anything that's written down, right? You follow me? For like years and years, right?
Yeah.
But you change everything else in the movie. If I'm not mad at you changing everything else in the movie, how can I be mad at you changing the race of somebody? You know what I'm saying? Because like in Marvel, every single movie that was not an origin story, almost like I'm saying, if 50% of the story was never in the book at all, it's almost like they winged that shit. Like even the new Black Panther, I was like, what's going on? They winged this. So how can I get mad that they changed one person's race? I should be mad if I'm really calling myself a book purist, then I should be mad about everything else. But you don't hear people talk about everything else. You hear them say, "Oh, it's woke." Oh, no, you got to complain about everything. Now, there's times where I have complained about everything, and I added that into it. But I'm trying to. You got to be fair. Now, going to Little Mermaid, they chose her because of her singing ability, also.
Yeah.
And her age, she looks like she can play the part, like she's that age, blah, blah, blah. Of course, I don't give a damn about who plays Little Mermaid because I'm not going to see it anyway. That's something for little girls to go see anyway. But you know who I see complaining about it? Grown ass men. Like, oh, Little Mermaid ain't white. Y'all are weird anyway. Tinkerbell. Yeah, the traditional Disney Tinkerbell used to be blonde haired, I think green eyes or blue eyes, whatever. Another highly sexualized Disney princess character with the ass always out. You notice that?
Hey, Tinkerbell did have them thighs out. She was playing no game.
Yeah, so I didn't care about that either because if you watch the show, like that Tinkerbell show, is a whole bunch of black fairies and all kind of stuff in there, and I didn't care. Tinkerbell in general was not black. I didn't care. It's a damn fairy. She doesn't even talk. She's not important. She doesn't talk.
Yeah, she's not really.
She taps Peter Pan on his nose or something with pixie dust and flies around in a circle. You don't see her anymore until next week. Oh well. I mean, if you care about it, if you're like a Disney purist and you're all like, oh man, it's got to be this way. Well, I'm sorry to tell you this. More than half this movie is not going to be like the original movie. Get over it. If you don't want to get over it, don't watch it. That's fine. I will not lose any sleep for you not watching it. I probably won't watch it either. What else we got, Darren? April O'Neil.
Yeah.
When she first came out in it's like 19. I want to say it was the late 70s when they first came out. It was Ninja Turtles had a comic book company called like IDW, I believe. I think it was IDW. Everything's black and white. April O'Neil, black and white, bigger nose, big lips, long flowing dark curly hair, and people that were not us, and what I mean is people that were not people of color were saying, no, she has a perm. What white person in the 70s had a perm where it was just straight up curly all the way down their back? I don't see any picture of that. If I could be wrong, but that's what she was. Then when they changed them, remember the first animated series Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
Okay, so back where it's all comedy, blah blah blah. Then they changed her character completely. Had her jacket zipped down to show cleavage, and had a short bob, redhead, white woman. That's not how she originally was portrayed. And now they're talking about, oh, they don't like that she's I guess I'll use the term like full-figured woman that is darker skinned now in this animated movie. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the original. I'm trying to find the original. Let me see if I can
type in April O'Neil black and white comics.
I think I found it. This may be a link to Facebook. Okay, no, that didn't show me what I was supposed to see. I'll find it.
Yeah, but I hear what people. No, the only time I ever have a problem is this, and I still don't have a problem with it. But like I said, I don't even complain about stuff they changed in the comic book movies, unless I think it's outright silly compared to the book. Because I don't really necessarily want to watch everything that I read word for word. But some changes I think are bad. I haven't thought a race swap that they changed so far has been bad in any movie I've seen. Remember, Mordo was a white guy in a comic book. I think his name is Chitwell Ejiofor, plays him in Marvel. He has a hell of a job. Yeah, there she is. That's kind of blurry, but yeah, this was actually that's kind of how it looked. You see that shit?
Yeah, actually, I've never missed April O'Neil, so I have no clue.
That's April O'Neil.
But yeah, I can see it. It's definitely different features than the ones I'm used to.
Yeah, that's what she originally looked like. They changed her to like.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that version.
Yeah. So every race swap I've ever seen so far has not made the movie bad. Like Mordo is black now. He does a hell of a job as Mordo. He's a great actor. The ancient one is a white woman. Thought that was a weird choice. She didn't do a bad job. The original ancient one, if they made that today, probably would look really offensive.
Yeah, that's why they changed it. They said, I was gonna say that's why they changed it. They said they said the old character was very offensive in the ancient one, so that's why they went with the woman in there.
There you go. Valkyrie is black. There's about 1 million Valkyries. Some of them are black. Maybe this is one to survive. Who gives a damn? Nobody. You shouldn't.
You just got lucky.
Oh, there's a little bit of lag.
Oh, that's too funny.
You all right?
Am I good?
Yeah, good now. Yeah.
I can see you.
That's my opinion on it now. I wish they would give us cooler black characters, because sometimes I do feel like they change the race instead of giving us a cool black characters. Now, DC is giving us cooler black characters now, which I'm very excited about. Marvel just announced they got Wonder Man being played as one of your favorite actors. I keep forgetting his name. The guy that was the headliner in Candyman.
The thing I was going is people grew up with these characters, so they want them to look a certain way, or they get used to them looking a certain way. And then when they get, now you're older, going back to see the movie, it just doesn't resemble the character that you grew up with. So yeah. I think that's where a bit of the problem is, like you referred to, like the younger audience, it ain't gonna matter because they didn't grow up and watch cartoons like we watched. So like they were going there and they were like, oh, that's a Little Mermaid. Like it's not going to bother them at all.
And that's fine though. That part's fine. Yeah. The only problem I have, if they just came out and said, I want him to look like the character, and that's all they said, I have to understand that. But the problem is when immediately it's just bombarded with racism and sexism is when I'm like, okay, yeah, this character's a woman, but you don't have to go out here and call them a bunch of names for doing it. Just say like what you think. Hey, it would have been cool if I could see the character the way, it was portrayed originally. That's pretty much all you have to say. You don't have to go around and say stupid shit like MCU is woke, or they'll say something like feminism or, oh, they hate men now. I'm like, men still make up the majority of the acting world. Let's just be real. I don't know. That's what I see. Even in the comic book world that I'm in, when stuff like that even happens in a book, it's never anything reasonable. It's never like, oh man, I wish this was, or something like I would say. It's like right away, here's the MCU again, here's this and this and this. I'm like, man, at this point, your whole argument is gone because you just started with some sexist or racist something. I'm like, man.
No, I agree. One thing I'll say is something that you said that really made sense was, instead of like, I know you said they do this with superheroes, and instead of like changing a character's race that we know, like instead of introducing us to more diverse characters that are cool, it's like we're getting robbed. We're getting a character that's not so cool, race swapped, versus bringing in a black or Hispanic character that's like dope, and it's like people would love to see on screen. So I did want you to talk about that a bit, because I think that is something that, I have a big problem with. If you're going to give us somebody lame and just throw a black guy in there instead of giving us somebody cool that I'd be like, oh man, he's badass.
The one thing I will say is that Marvel's done a pretty good job of, when they have changed the race, of making that person cooler than they were. Like even the Ancient One, who was basically Confucius, was made cool when she played him. Mordo, who always bored me, they made him a little bit cooler. Wonder Man, to me, was one of the corniest heroes on the block. And we haven't seen anything yet, but they're probably going to make him cool. So we'll just have to see. DC has pretty much done the same thing. They haven't really done that much. They brought in that Wally West on the show. That he was relatively new. He was cool on the show. They've done a pretty good job. Like Martian Manhunter has always been darker when he goes to human form, not necessarily black. He was cool. They've done a pretty good job, but originally some of these characters were corny. But we're getting them. Like we're getting the Black Green Lantern. We're getting the Hispanic Green Lantern. We're getting, I think Karate Kid is coming out soon because they had the Legion of Superheroes coming. Karate Kid. We're getting, I can't remember her name. I think her name was it's not Starlight, but something light where she's Native American. We're getting all those people, and they're getting like authentic people. And Marvel's bringing out, we just had the Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur shows. I don't know if you saw that yet. You see that yet?
No.
Okay, that's about a young black teenage girl who scientifically was able to bring a red dinosaur and ride it, and that's her best friend. Kind of weird. Okay. And we have the X-Men coming out that's full of every race and every team. So it's coming. I would like to have it, sooner. Even Namor, giving him a whole different background. I thought to me, it was corny, but not because they changed the race. They could have made him any race. They could have made him black for all I care. I just wanted the original Atlantis backstory. I don't care about the new stuff. It wasn't bad per se, but I didn't think they needed the change. So sometimes I just necessarily don't think they need that change, and they'll do it, and that's fine because they've already established this is not they're changing everything. Even Kang, they chose a really good actor to play him. Let's see how they write him. And Jonathan Majors does a lot of
cross our fingers.
He has a lot of improv, and I can tell. And after the movie's over, they said what he was improv. Okay, so a lot of stuff he's improving on his own. So let's just see. But most of the time, if it's a fictional character, now I don't care as long as the race wasn't integral to that character. Like Bruce Wayne needs to be a rich white guy because he learns a lot from other races, other superheroes of different races throughout the books. He needs to be white. Iron Fist needs to be a white guy because his dynamic with Luke Cage being a poor black guy is really important to their friendship.
Yeah.
Certain people in comic books have to be their race because it means a lot to their character. So if it doesn't mean a lot to their character, I could care less.
Yeah, I'm with you there. As long as there's really like a reason behind it, swapping, like don't just swap it to swap it. But like if you're gonna swap it, then like bring something that like, oh, we swapped it for this. Like we have a really good actor and we're gonna make his backstory fit how he looks. Then that works for me. That'll work 100%. It just don't swap it just to be like, we were bored. So kind of my opinion on that. But yeah, just want to talk race up before a bit. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but
that's fine. Hey, we'll get down there.
So yeah, we move on to now your hot button category, and I'm excited because I haven't seen nothing you're gonna bring. So you want to talk video game movies? Let us have it.
Let's start it off. Like now, we've had an influx recently of video game movies and shows. Today, we're not going to talk about the shows because shows have been hit or miss. I mean, we have a picture up here right now in the background of our thumbnail. We have this Resident Evil show on the left. Awful. One of the worst, not just a video game show, forget that. It's a horrible show. It's terrible. And Lance Reddick from Baltimore, that's my boy. He's terrible. The whole show is bad. I don't even know he was an actor in the show. It was that bad. But it's a show. We're going to talk about just the movies. If I talk about shows and movies, we're going to keep you here all night. Y'all got to work in the morning.
Let's do it. We got shows to make up. No, I'm just kidding.
So I'm going to start y'all off. I'm going to go from the beginning to the end. We're going to take y'all back.
Now, is this a list in order or you spoiling a machine?
I'm going in order. Now, I come prepared. So we're going to start off with the beginning. This is nothing but trash. Street Fighter on the left right there with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia, may he rest in peace.
Turn the TV off.
That movie was so bad that the characters didn't even say each other's names correctly in the movie. That's how bad it was. But it was entertaining.
Reporter.
It was entertaining. I watched it recently. It was entertaining.
I bet.
Super Mario Brothers. Come on, man. John Leguizamo said he had to be drunk the whole time filming because it was that bad. This is in the late 80s, man.
Yeah, it's not that long ago.
Then we have Double Dragon, a game we used to play the crap out of when we were kids with Super Double Dragon, Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I remember.
It was terrible.
Man, I remember. Do you remember what I called you? Because I watched it at work, and I was like, I haven't seen Double Dragon forever, so I called you. I'm at work. I'm like, I'm watching this. I was chilling. I wasn't doing nothing, and I was like, bro, I forgot how bad this movie was. Literally, the entire movie was just awfulness, and that one girl's ass. What's her name? Oh my god,
I forgot her name.
I'll look it up. But literally, the entire movie was just one focusing on her ass and this terrible ass movie that was just going on. And I'm like, yo, what is going on? I knew this movie was bad and I hadn't seen it for a while. And I was like, I did not know it was this bad.
Yep.
Good Lord.
So that's how it started, right? And then we had little ones in between, like not
Alyssa Milano. That's her name. Alyssa Milano.
Okay. Surf Ninjas, Narcos, which is also very entertaining. But it
was that a video game?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I forgot about Surf Ninjas.
Now, this is when they decide to save it. The original Mortal Kombat.
Ooh.
Classic movie. Real everyone in there was a real martial artist except for the person playing Sonya. She was the only one not a real martial artist, so I enjoyed the movie. And they even had people from WMAC Masters. I don't know if everybody's seen it before. It's an early 90s show, probably stopped in 96, 97, about like martial arts, different races and backgrounds, fighting a plethora of people and fighting each other. So it's like WWE, but martial arts. This movie wasn't perfect, but it was perfect for that year in video game movies. No one ever done it before. Then they came out with the sequel to this 2 years later, and it was god awful. Still, to me, entertaining, but it was awful. So,
because Mortal Kombat is Annihilation.
Annihilation was second.
Annihilation,
along with many cartoons and shows. The cartoons were decent. Shows were not really. They were okay. All right, that was like 95. Okay. So then we get into they start having a horror kick because remember the arcades, and we used to play like House of the Dead, pew 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 pew, and reload. You got to hit off the screen, then pew 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 again. All right. So then you had the influx of horror movie games. Resident Evil, the first Resident Evil was actually good. The first one.
Yeah.
But then
I forgot Michelle Rodriguez was in the first one.
But then we had 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and all of those were bad except for number 3. Number 3 was solid.
Bro, by the time I was watching this movie review, and like they were like, by the time it hit Resident Evil like 7 or like 6 or 7, they were like Resident Evil, fuck it, because that's just the name.
Yeah,
the name of the movie.
And Mila Jovovich is a great martial artist. She's a one-trick pony. That's just it. House of the Dead is one of the worst. It's up there with Tekken 2. It's one of the worst movies of all time. And Silent Hill wasn't that bad. The original it had Radha Mitchell was in there. She played the girl's mother. So these two on the outside were okay.
Is that the one where that's the one where the mom goes to the other side and gets separated from the family and all that? That is that one, right?
No, it's the one where this one in the movie the daughter gets lost or kidnapped or something. The mother drives to this town. It's like an abandoned town to go find her.
Yeah, she's looking for her, but the girl's on the other side, right? Mm-hmm. They're in the same place. Okay, so that is that one. I'm just making sure.
All right, so I'm just going to show you a quick clip of House of the Dead. It's going to be painful. It's painful for me too. I'm sorry to put you through it. I'm also in pain. This is a scene where this zombie. I'm not just playing this. Just watch it. Now, what is this? You know what? Nah. And the bad thing about that, I couldn't show you the whole thing. Every single scene that goes on for 5 minutes because everybody in their 10-person party has a feat like that. And some of them are it's a waste of film because you're just walking like this, pow, in slow motion. They hit one person. It's awful. That to me is probably like top 2. Super Mario Bros. Is actually better than that movie, and that's hard. That's hard to do.
That literally reminded me of a scene from a movie. I might have to find it for you, but it was absurd. I'm gonna see if I can find it. But that literally reminded me of a scene that if I show you, you might end the show because it's that crazy. But go ahead. I'm gonna see if I can find this scene.
All right. So then it got worse. It got worse. Not worse than House of the Dead, but it got worse when it was just average, right? So then you have Blood Rain, the movie about a vampire, like a vampirist, kind of like a Blade thing, blah, blah, blah. But it's highly sexualized video game. No one asked for that as a movie. Then you had Hitman. The first Hitman was really bad, but the second one was actually really good. But then in the middle, we have Mark Wahlberg confused again. Whole game confused. Well, not game, excuse me, whole movie confused. I didn't know what I was watching. I played Max Payne 1 and 2, and Max Payne 2, I believe, was like a love story, kind of. I felt nothing in that watch that movie except that Mark Wahlberg was confused and a lot of slow motion, and he was taking drugs. It was terrible. And they even had the nerve to make a second Blood Rain. Why? We don't know. Who has seen it? Nobody. Budget was $5. They probably made maybe $55 off of that movie. It was
Bro,
awful.
I don't even remember there was a Blood Rain movie, but I do remember Max Payne. Max Payne was ridiculous. They had a large budget, I'll tell you that, because that was absurd.
And where'd it go? Nowhere.
Bro, it's a crazy scene. Like remember the Jamaican dude? He was in there like, I only fear Max Payne because he's not scared of no one, even God. And I'm like, why? Just shoot him.
Man, look. So
what was the plot of that? Was it just they killed his wife and he just?
I think they killed his wife, and then he's going up this apartment complex building trying to kill everybody. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Like he shouldn't even say yes to that movie. But then we settled down on video game movies, and some of them came out. Like Doom came out with The Rock, which was bad, and The Rock pretty much made it bad. I'm sorry. We had Doom, we had stuff like Monster Hunter, which was really bad too. But then we had a fighting game craze. So we had Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li with one of my favorite actresses of that time, Kirsten Kruick, and she's still acting today. She still is a good actor. They had Michael Clark Duncan, who's a good actor. They had Robin Shou, who's a great actor. They had this guy at the top who's a great actor, who I don't know who it is. Everybody was a good actor, and the movie was awful. The only good part about the movie is when she landed on his head at the end in front of his daughter, looked at his daughter like, oh, my bad. It kept going. I was like, what's going on? So, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so then I have Tekken 2 up here. Then we had Tekken 1, which was at least watchable, right? Tekken 2 was so bad. This is my worst video game movie of all time, by the way. Tekken 2 was so bad. I didn't know what I was watching until I was like 45 minutes in the movie, because I was like, they don't mention any names. No one looks like the characters they're portraying. And the plot is all over the place. And then we have Dead or Alive, which was bad.
No way.
But it's the most entertaining most entertaining video game movie of all time. Every scene keeps you in your seat because it's funny. The characters act like they act in a video game, and the plot line really isn't that bad. It's just, it could have been better. It's not that bad. I was so entertained. I'd watch it again. I'd watch it over any of these movies. I'd watch it 10 times if I watched any of the movies we just saw. I have a quick clip from Dead or Alive, which I really, like I said, I really enjoy. I'm surprised you didn't see it. Did you see it? You didn't see that?
Did I see Dead or Alive? I think I did. I think you made me watch it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
the girl's always on roller skates for no reason, fighting people. I don't understand why, but it's funny.
Street Fighter is a classic.
It's funny. That's what I said. Just a small part. This is ridiculous.
Leon. Ring service.
Did you see how he had to reload? He had to reload.
Did his arms reload?
Yeah, he had to reload. Every scene is precious in them, and she's beating his ass for about an hour, and basically knocks him out accidentally because he's just a machine of muscle. It's great. It's so entertaining. I'll watch that. I'll watch that live with somebody. It's great. It's bad, but it's great.
It would be free on YouTube, and we could do it.
Yeah, so we had that mediocrity, and then we had stuff that it got worse for a little while. We had Assassin's Creed with Michael Fassbender. Michael Fassbender is a really good actor as well. It was a shit show. First of all, Assassin's Creed is trash. I don't care what nobody says. Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 was good. Black Flag was okay. They got 20 Assassin's Creed games. 4 have been good. Go to hell. Whoever says any of them ones been good, no. I tell you today, no. But then we had Hope, right?
Yeah.
We had Tomb Raider, not to be confused with Angelina Jolie's Trash Raider.
Hey, I got something for that.
Yeah, Tomb Raider, and that's actually Michael Fassbender's wife. And that was actually decent. It wasn't as action packed as silly Angelina Jolie's was, but it was grounded. I believe that she could do what she was doing. Then we had Rampage with The Rock. I knew what it was when I walked in there. No one asked for Rampage because Rampage as a game was trash. All we're doing is destroying a city. Every level, that's all you're doing. They gave it a story. The Rock was in it. I'm be honest with you. I didn't think it was the worst movie in the world. It wasn't great, but it wasn't the worst movie in the world. You saw it, right?
I did not see Rampage, but I did see the other two. So,
and you saw Warcraft together in theaters.
Yeah, we saw Warcraft. We went there. I thought it was all right. I was like,
I loved it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad
but
it
didn't do well. It for some reason. But
I could see why it didn't do well. But it wasn't bad.
But yeah, there wasn't anything really bad in the movie. You can make an infinite number of Warcrafts because the world is so big. But I really loved the movie. Like I didn't see anything wrong with it. Paula Patton was in it. I mean, come on, Paula Patton was green.
Yeah, she played the main chick.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed that movie. So this is where it started to get better, right? And then we had a glimmer of hope. The sun came out, and we had two amazing movies.
Ooh.
We have Sonic that came out. Sonic was great. It had James Marsden in there in a comedic role, which I've only seen him do a couple comedic roles. He did well. Jim Carrey as Eggman. Sonic as Sonic. I don't know who played Sonic, so I can't really say who was Sonic. But it was a good movie. It was a good story. I enjoyed the whole thing. It had elements of the game, which so many of these video game movies are missing, elements of the game that they came from. And we had Detective Pikachu, the movie we've been waiting for since Pokemon came out in 95. We've all been waiting for a live action Pokemon. And this was a silly movie. Some parts were all over the place, but Mewtwo was in there beating ass. You saw that, right?
I actually feel bad. I've seen neither of these. I didn't give
either. You've never seen Detective Pikachu. You grew up playing Pokemon.
I did. I love Pokemon, bro. I had all the cards. But I had a Game Boy, had my Game Boy Color. I had all that. But yeah, I actually did. No, I honestly thought they were going to screw it up, and then I've heard it's been all right, but I haven't put it on my list to watch.
You gotta watch both of these. Sonic 2 just came out. Sonic 2 was great. I think the first one was a little bit better. Sonic 2 kind of introduced other people. It had a side story I did not care about, but Detective Pikachu with Ryan Reynolds as a voice, which I thought was going to be annoyed. It was actually pretty good. Whole movie was good. I mean, just imagine watching a Pokemon movie but live action. This is what it was. I enjoyed this shit out of that movie. So that's when it got. Huh?
No, I'm gonna put it on my list. We're gonna see what's good because I haven't seen it, so now I feel bad if it's like really good.
Yeah, and that's when it got great. And then right when it got great, right when it got really, really good, like that was peak. Those two movies were peak video game movies, right? And then we go right back down to shit. Right back down to the garbage can in the desert, no water. I'm thirsty. This is not quenching my thirst. It's killing me. It's making me want to jump off a building. You get it? You get everything I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
That's a bit excessive, but okay.
No, that's how I felt. This movie was ass. It starts out ass. They bring in a whole new character that no one has ever heard of, Cole Young. Ass. He can't fight. Trash. They bring out Sub-Zero. He fights Jax. I said, oh, it's getting good. They fight Reptile with Kano. Kano stealing the show every scene he's in. Then they get to the part where a guy comes out of nowhere, Cabal. It's like, hey, Kano, want to come back to the bad side? Hey, all right. Well, why not? Let's just, yeah.
How much you got?
I mean, yeah, so nicely. And then the movie goes to shit. I mean, the dialogue goes to shit. Some of the fighting goes to shit. Everything in the entire movie all of a sudden went from, oh, I'm interested, to now it's like, wait, this is stupid as hell. And that's the one thing I don't like, even though I played the video game. If they kept Kano as a good guy, even if he died, I would have said this movie is good because he stole the show. But the dialogue was just like, want to change size? Yeah, okay. I spent a lot of time with these guys that showed me how to activate my powers, but why not? I mean,
Yeah, Kano was the best part of that movie. That movie is a train wreck. We've talked about it and talked about it again how bad that movie was.
Yeah, I can't even. It's something like this and Tekken 2. I can never watch again in House of the Dead. Every other movie on this list, sorry, in Blood Rain. Every other movie on this list, I can watch again, except for those four. These are the top four. It's Mortal Kombat, Blood Rain, Tekken 2, and what's the four? Oh, House of the Dead. If I had to have number 5, it'd be Super Mario or Double Dragon, but I can watch those again. Not this, because this is 2000. This came out 2021.
You can watch Double Dragon again.
Yes, I would. No, I would. I'll tell you why I would.
Double Dragon because you need to stop lying.
I'll tell you why I would. I watched Street Fighter. I watched Street Fighter again a couple weeks ago.
The Legend of Chun-Li?
No, I mean, that's different. That's not Street Fighter. That's something different. I don't know what that is. but this I cannot watch again because this came out 2021. There's no excuse. When Mortal Kombat has had like 20 games since the 90s, you couldn't get this right? How can you not get this right? This game has been out since the 90s. There's no way in 21 years y'all couldn't get this right. There's no way. They had an excuse in the 90s. There's only like 3 games. They had an excuse. But there's been 20-some games.
No, I agree. There's no reason at all for this movie to be a train wreck. And it goes out its way to be a train wreck. Like, man, when this came out, we talked about it for had to be 2 hours on the phone. Yep. We actually talked about it. And I was like, why'd they do this? Why are we following a character that's not even associated with the game? Why are they training right next to the bad guys to where any given moment they can see what they're doing? They can infiltrate their base. Like it's just the most sloppy. It just doesn't make any sense. Why is Luke Cage walking in the middle of the desert and by himself and just like, let's go this way, and just walking.
And why Raiden was like, yeah, I charged you to find these fighters. Oh, these are the fighters. All of you guys are shit. Raiden, you can teleport. Just teleport to everybody and bring them back to the cave.
Well, he will after everyone's dead.
You know, and that's the worst thing about it. I can't interfere, so I gave Liu Kang, where you guys were. Liu Kang didn't find anybody in this movie until they got to the desert. Technically, if you want to talk about it, they found him. They said, oh, who's that shirtless guy walking in the desert with fire in his hands? Let's go talk to him. Stupid as hell. And then Raiden still proceeds to teleport everybody somewhere else. And I'm like, you could have done that earlier. You could have done that in the beginning of the movie. That could have been the first act. Lightning and thunder. Hey, what's going on? I'm Raiden. I came to get you guys out of harm's way to train you guys this tournament. Because that's my fucking duty as a god.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it just makes no sense with an entire movie. It is a crime. We may have to just do a review back in a bit to go over that. I know it just came back on HBO and I was about to do some news talking about it. Like, don't watch it. So I'll upload that tomorrow just to be funny. But yeah, that is an all-timer. I have to say, with the budget and all the stuff surrounding that movie, is probably the worst.
It's the most disappointing movie I've seen.
Yeah, it'll definitely from a disappointing part. It may not be the worst because I believe it is watchably bad, but it's as far as expectations go and budget and amount of effort put into it and getting actors, it's the worst.
Yeah, it's not as bad as Tekken 2.
Yeah, but make sure you watch that Chun-Li.
I'm actually watch that again because I haven't seen it in so long. I might watch it.
It's so bad. It's so bad. She was a Chinese girl and there was a white girl screw up.
Oh no, she's still.
They got a mixed girl, but she completely does not look like she did as a kid.
Yep. It was yeah.
Oh man, that's so funny.
It was rough. But yeah, man, that's all I got. Video game movies. I skimmed through. I know I missed like 10 of them, but that I gave you the gist of them. And most of these have had some kind of sequel. And the things I can recommend y'all to watch, if you want to watch some things in every category, And if you played Street Fighter, watch the original Jean-Claude Van Damme and see how unenthusiastic he is to even act in that movie during the movie.
He said I wasn't doing that goofy haircut either.
And I would say watch both of these because these are actually really, really good. It'll get you in the mood, it'll get you happy. They're really good. And then if you're feeling like you just want to be entertained with some stupid stuff, Dead or Alive, because it's just entertaining from the first, I'm going to say 15 seconds. It is one of the most entertaining action movies I've ever seen. It's not good, but you'll be laughing because every scene is wild. It's wild. That's all I got, man. You got anything to add? I know you don't play. Oh, I have one more thing to add.
Oh, go ahead.
Because this guy used to shit on me. Friday used to shit on me all the time for being a video game geek, and he about to say he didn't.
No, I didn't.
I told you about
that. That is completely not true.
Okay, well, how about this? Next time I see you, we can play your favorite game.
No. There is a difference from being a video game geek and torturing me with the same game over and over again.
I didn't tell you what the game was yet.
I already know what it is.
What game is it?
It's freaking Twisted Metal that you try to make me play every freaking time. There's a difference, bro. We've been playing that game since we were like 6, 7. Yep. You still try to make me play at 25. Like,
but guess what? You know why I brought that up? There's a Twisted Metal show coming out.
Oh, I mean, more credit to him. I mean, it could necessarily be a good show.
Guess who's the main character?
Anthony
Mackie.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, I didn't
it's
think
gonna
that.
Be some shit.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be like what's that Jason Statham movie? It's Jason Statham, Tyrese, Death Race.
Can't remember.
Is it Death Race? You never seen Death Race?
Yeah, Death Race. Well, they're trying to make it more of a story instead of a car thing, which is what later Twisted Metals did. They have a lot of emphasis on the story. So he's either going to be playing Sweet Tooth, which I think is weird, or he's not big enough, or he'll be playing Roadkill, the homeless guy.
Yeah, well, actually, that'd be pretty. Actually, if you say Anthony Mackie's in it, I might be like, all right.
It's going to be awful. It's going to be terrible. That is not the game you want to make anything live action out of. You could have made a cartoon, CGI maybe. You make a live action Twisted Metal. Whoever made that, I hope you had money already because your career is done.
Oh man.
Not the actors, but the directors and writers. Your career is over. You're gonna pitch an idea that's amazing to somebody. They're gonna look at your previous work. Oh, you made Twisted Metal. Oh, nah. We're gonna make $1 trillion off this. We can't help it. Nah, we can't help it.
Oh man. Well, if you say Anthony Mackie's in it, I love Anthony Mackie. Obviously, our new Captain America. I'm gonna give him a chance. I will go down and watch it.
So that means we can play Twisted Metal since you're gonna watch it.
What? No.
That's what you said.
Oh man, no, I'm not doing that. But I also did find the scene I was telling you about. So let me cue this up because I'm gonna have to explain this because it's absurd. Okay, so tell everybody what we got coming up with movie shows and all that, and I'll get this scene I'll get this scene going.
We're gonna have a Last of Us series review soon. I believe the last episode should be this Sunday coming out. Yeah, it should be. We have Mandalorian. We'll be catching up on Mandalorian. We have the Bachelor season finale next week. We'll be talking about.
Yeah.
We'll also be talking about the next reality show we'll be doing. Then we're going to have a movie review next week, and that movie is going to be a surprise. I'm just going to tell y'all what we're going to review so y'all can all go home and watch it, then disagree with us. Nah. we'll tell y'all next week.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so all that's going to be on Tuesday and Thursday. Mostly Thursday, because Tuesday's going to be The Bachelor and, whatnot.
Okay.
Also, I'm snitching on Fly Knit. He has not finished Mandalorian season 2 yet.
Well, at least I started. You complained that I was stuck on season 1. Well, guess what? I finished season 1.
No, we know when you finish season 2 because remember you gotta watch Boba Fett after that.
Yeah, I got you.
You're gonna forget.
Well, I ain't gonna forget. I'm already on it. call me. They
Man,
call
you gonna
me
hit
Young
that?
Buck.
You gonna hit that play button? What's going on?
I'm trying to see if this thing will full screen. So give me 1 second because I
You
had
gotta
to
click
actually
it.
go. This was let me see.
Oh, are you on yesmovies.to?
I am. Let me see. It's like full screen this
That
here.
might be why.
Oh, that's why it won't let me full screen.
Yeah, it might be why. That website's been acting up for me too.
Yeah, because it'll let me down screen, but it won't let me full screen. But
I've been going on 1, 2, 3 because that one's been acting up.
Oh, all right. Well, let me switch over. Let's switch over 1, 2, 3. Let me do that. Let's do that. Scotty, tell them about your comic book stuff while we got a minute.
I'll show them. I mean, I guess I got it on when I go to my TikTok. Where's my TikTok? Don't even do that to me. Hold on, baby. Hold on, baby. Boom. There's my TikTok right there. I talk mostly about comic book movies, shows, and just comic books. I read to people like they're children on there sometimes because they'll try to debate me. And I'll say, "Oh no, you're wrong." I try to be calm about it. I try to be calm. Just say, "Yeah, everything's fine. It's just a book, but yeah, this is what happened." I'll now throw a page up. Wow, it's like magic. Because I have this thing called a green screen that no one else has on the planet. So that's why I'm doing so well on TikTok right now. So just general stuff. My passion is like comic books, or not passion, but it's a hobby of mine. I enjoy it. Some people don't. Some people do. Whatever. Darian's getting his TikTok going on. We also have our group TikTok that's up there that's doing decent. And our YouTube is going way up.
Yeah. YouTube's doing well ever since we introduced shorts. What? I just had this thing.
Yeah, we started those shorts and they started coming up. So we'll be adding stuff to the IG and the TikTok and the YouTube pretty much every day, unless we're working and knocked out.
That joint's a job.
Yeah, it gets rough sometimes, but yeah, man, we're gonna I'll be putting more comic book stuff into the YouTube so you guys can actually see them. Most of it's going to be comic book movies or shows or plain old reviews or a new book coming out. I tried to bore y'all with too much nerd stuff. Because we got Titans coming out season 4 part 2 that no one gives a shit about. I don't even give it. We don't care anymore. You took too long. The last season ended. What's happening?
No, it was an ad.
Oh, yeah. But in Doom Patrol, that weird show, all the psychological issues in every character is I think it's out already. Because I'm just finishing up
like
season 3.
You
can't not like it, huh?
Yeah, it was something I was not expecting to be good, and then when it was good, I'm like, oh man, this is actually.
You can't not like it because it's too weird. It's too weird not to like.
Yeah, and the acting is good. Like you said, everybody's going through their own stuff, all that fun stuff.
Because that that's where the X-Men were basically got their inspiration from, was Doom Patrol.
Okay, I found it.
Basically DC's X-Men. Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pause. I'm just gonna pause it and play certain parts.
Can't wait to
it just so you can see the silliness. All right, here we go. So that's shared. Okay, so this is hold on, let me put us at the bottom. So this is a movie called My Hunters. Like it's a very old, I think it's from like 2004, right? So they're basically pulling a bunch of if I remember correctly, this could be wrong, but they pull in a bunch of like special agents and all that to like solve a murder. And for the people that they pull in and bring to the island, like one of them is the murderer, and people start dying in like graphic ways. Like this one lady like smokes her cigarette and her body starts to fall apart and melt into the ground. It's graphic. And this one dude, they spray like some I forget which chemical on him, but then his knee like breaks down like glass and he dies. So a bunch of people die in here horrific ways. And at the end of this movie, and LL Cool J is in it too. So
here we go.
Yeah, he's in it as well. I forget what happens with his character. But at the end of this, we get this scene that you remind me of earlier. We played that one scene where these two characters are fighting in water. So basically, this is the main killer who's been doing this the whole time. And like we got our hero, the white girl with the short blonde hair. So they're going at it in the water. And like basically, this is what they're doing. So you can see them right now. They're in water, right? Their guns fell down in the water. And if you know gun falls in water, you got to pull it out, clean it, all that stuff. So they have their guns, like my short down. They have their guns out of the water, pointed at each other. And they are waiting for the person who runs out of breath to come up so they can get shot.
Let me see. Play it real quick.
You see that, right? You see the
oh
right
my
there.
God.
Oh my God.
That's one of the stupidest thing. What is this?
Their gun shouldn't even work.
Like, what is going on? Why would he look like, yeah, I'll meet you up there? No.
Like, one, you could swim left or right or like go anywhere.
He went straight up to the gun.
Oh, no. Can we run that back one more time? Just one more time.
And he's talking.
You're running out of breath. Oh, shoot, I'm out. Go well out the water, too.
He could have gone anywhere in that pool.
Oh, now she come up for breath with the gun back underwater again. Man, I thought that was just the goofiest scene. It triggered my memory of that scene. I might have to do that. I think I'm just gonna do a cut up of that, throw that on TikTok because it's so freaking stupid.
Probably
but
should.
yeah,
That's good. Yeah,
it just reminded me of that. He's just over there when you go run out. Like the guns is so you can see the water falling out the gun. It's not gonna spark to shoot a bullet.
That's ridiculous.
You can see. The water's just falling out the gun. I haven't seen the scene in so long. It just oh man. Oh Scott, I forgot to mention that they were shooting at each other underwater as well.
Oh my God. With bullets will come out the gun?
OG where the bullets is just flying because they got it underwater. Let me see if I can find it. Oh man. I forgot about that part too. Let me find this part. We'll get us out of here. Yeah, she pulls out a new gun. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's just go through this again. There we go. Yeah. So one of the other agents was dead down there. She took his gun, which was sitting in water. Oh, you missed that.
Why? Why is she talking under?
Fuck you. Underwater. Oh my God, my stomach hurt.
What? And she can still stay underwater with that? Half her oxygen supply gone because she wanted to say fuck you.
She wanted to cut it. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. Still shooting at each other. Bullets just flying. Look, bullets just hitting airbender and waterbender. Now, there's no way they're not out of breath, and that's where they stick the water out. She gets her gun out, and they're just just waiting. Scotty, what's your reaction to this scene?
I actually want to watch it.
Bro, it's so ridiculous. It's entertaining. It's one of those movies that's entertainingly bad. So Oh man, I just wanted to show you that real quick. You made me think of that, and I was like, "What's the name of that movie?" I'm in here searching it while you talk about the video game movies.
I mean to watch that. I need to watch Surf Ninjas again too.
Bro, she underwater supposed to hold her breath.
Man, she still held her breath longer.
She still had breath when she could go up just to hold up the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness! That made my stomach hurt. All right, well that's all I got.
Mm-hmm.
That right there was worth it. Well, that was definitely a great talk with video game movies. We're definitely gonna have to review a couple. I know we got The Last of Us, so we get out the way, and that's definitely a turn. And hopefully, that's the turn of where video game movies are going. But
that's
man.
The best video game show that's live action that I've ever seen. Yeah, because Halo, I guess, can be considered live action. It was good.
I never finished Halo.
For what? Why would you?
I don't know. I was like 3-4 episodes in. I was like, okay.
I don't know if you were a big fan, but for most of the fans, that first episode was all it took to say goodbye. I don't think it was bad either, but I'm not a Halo fan. I liked the games, but I'm not invested in the game, so I thought it was okay. But when he took the helmet off, people like, okay, we hadn't seen his face in the real game yet, and you took a helmet off. It's Mr. Lame 2000.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I agree with that. Well, let's go ahead and get up out of here. You talked to hell these people up enough, but I think that scene was well worth it.
I may have to watch that.
Oh man. Well, Scotty, if people have any opinion about video game movies, they want to check in with TikTok or talk to you about race swapping, let them know.
I did not hear that.
Oh, you can't hear me?
There we go.
Oh, okay. Now I said, if people got any opinions about video games or race swapping, or they thought that Tekken 2 was the best movie they've ever seen, where can they find you?
Listen, anybody thinks Tekken 2 is even watchable, do not message me. Matter of fact, do not message anyone until you get therapy. That's when you need to message me I'm serious, on IG at Scotty Get Down 1 or TikTok at Corona_ENT. Now they want to talk to you about why you should be playing Twisted Metal. There's some new shows coming out where they can talk to you.
Well, if you want to find me and tell me why I should not be playing Twisted Metal or watching Twisted Metal or anything associated with Twisted Metal, you can do that at Flying It Johnson on both IG and TikTok, on Twitter at CityBoy Quittin, where I also stream these live. So it's another way just to tap in without coming to YouTube. But let me not be selfish. If you want to find both of us, you can do that at Minor League Films at pretty much everywhere now. The only thing is Twitter, CityBoy Quittin, which is mine, but we are on Facebook now, so that is there. Also, you can email us at minorleaguefilms@gmail.com and let us know with movies. We definitely got a lot of stuff coming up, and we've been cranking out shorts and clips and all that every day. We want to get back to regular shows, so we've been a little bit behind. But like you said, we have The Bachelor coming up. That finale is next week. We're going to do a movie review early next week. I'm actually probably going to go see Scream tomorrow. It's out.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's out tonight. So I might vlog a trip to the movie theater to see that. It's also my mom's birthday. So I'm going to have to split some time and see if I can sneak out to the movies maybe earlier on and go see that. But I'm excited to review that. Actually, we'll probably review that maybe this weekend, maybe like Sunday.
Yeah, I'll watch it on Saturday too.
Okay, yeah. So
tomorrow,
we'll review it as fast as possible because I know reviews is going up. So go ahead and get that out there and talk about it. But that's definitely one. But other than that, that's all I got. Scotty, you got anything else?
That's it.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that clip. Sorry it took me a minute to find it, but I feel like that was well worth it. But all right, y'all. Appreciate you coming through. Please, you stop by, email us, let us know what's good, comment, like, subscribe, all that. We will see you next week.
All right.
As soon as I find the video.
I wish somebody would say like Tekken 2.